Skill number 7, articles. I know Russian speakers dread articles because they do not exist in our language, but unfortunately, if you do not use articles in English, if you don't use them at all, or if you use them incorrectly, it shows only lack of depth in the language and it shows lack of understanding. I'm not really sure why articles is something that children learn in primary school when they start learning English, because to me it's one of the most advanced topics and you can really get the grasp of it and understand it when you already speak the language and when you already understand so many details and how things work and how words connect. And this is why I'm suggesting you practice the skill. So articles here is not a grammatical topic, it's not a grammar topic, it's a skill. Skill number 1 is that you have to pay attention to them. Remember we spoke about it when we spoke about attentiveness. When you pay attention to what native speakers say, pay attention to what articles they use. Pay attention to how the articles sound. For example, the article the is not how native speakers say it. It's not the. It sounds like the. And with UH, the. The house, the building, the office. It's not the office, it's the house. And very often sounds like a, you know. I'm going to tell you a story. You will hear it a lot from Americans. It can sound like this. I'm not saying that's the rule. And the article the can also sound as the when it's in front of the vowel, let's say the apricot, the apple, or when we want to emphasize something important. It's the person to talk to. We want to say that it's exactly the person. Then we're going to say the. But again, it's very American. Don't pay attention to the rules that you learned 20 years ago and you still don't know how to apply them. Here, pay attention to how people talk. What do they use in their language? How does it sound when they say it? How do they connect them? Why is that you can't really hear and identify articles when native speakers talk? Why is that? Ask yourself. Be attentive to yourself. We have a whole course on articles for advanced students who still are a bit confused about how to use them, when to use them, should I use them. And I recommend that you actually take a look at the course and you consider taking this course because it explains a lot. I can't really explain much about articles, but I can give you an exercise. An exercise is simple, but I would recommend it only to advanced students. Take any piece of text, any paragraph from any book, any blog post that you like. Just make sure that the book or the blog post is written by a native speaker, by an educated native speaker. Do not work with Instagram posts because people do make mistakes even in their first language, especially on social media. Take a fiction book, take an article on BBC or CNN or New York Times, anything that is 100% correct, you know it, and something that's written by a native speaker. And read the paragraph out loud. Again, practice your rhythm and pronunciation and find all the articles. You can circle all the articles in this paragraph and then ask yourself, what is this article doing here? Why? Why do they say a house? Why do they say the dog? Why? If you can teach yourself to explain why we use each article here and why there is no article there, if you can explain this to yourself, it means you understand it. If you don't know, if you cannot explain it, it simply shows lack of understanding. This is your test. This exercise is for you. It's not really for anyone else. It's for you to understand how much you actually understand about articles. I only operate by 2 rules. I know that article A means one. So whenever someone says, I need a house, they only need one house. I need a book, they only need one book. I have a suggestion, they only have one suggestion. So if I can replace A with one, I know that I have to use A. And if I use the, it means both myself and the person I'm talking to know what exactly this is about. Where is the money? It means I know what money we're talking about and they know what money we're talking about. We know exactly what currency, what amount, and what it was paid for, right? If I say money is important, I don't need any article because we're not talking about any specific amount. We're just talking about a concept of money, right? Or the taxi driver told me, I say the taxi driver, because I'm referring to a specific situation. And there was only one taxi driver, a very specific person. I can visualize that person. I remember him. Maybe I don't know his name, but I remember the person, right? And the person I'm talking to also knows that I'm referring to a very specific situation. So I'm not talking about any random taxi driver or all taxi drivers on planet Earth. I'm talking about something very specific. So see if you can work with one paragraph and use these two simple rules that I've just shared with you to explain to yourself what every article is doing in this paragraph, or why there are no articles where you would have inserted an article. And let me know how that goes. And I know that's a very confusing topic, but again, take a look at our course on articles for advanced students, and a lot of things are going to become a lot simpler.